shaping up? I mean, potentially you guys could win the Six Nations this week, but has it been about that at all this week?
No, nothing at all like that. It's just all about the focus of how we can better ourselves this week against Scotland. You know, Scotland's a world-class team and they're coming right towards the end of the competition, and they're hard to beat at the moment, and we're looking to make sure we do our job right and perform well.
Obviously, one of the focal points throughout the championship has been the defence, particularly in the second half. What are the little fixes that you guys have been doing to improve that?
Oh, look, we have our own strategies and how we can make our defence better, and you know, we have individuals that we need to put our hand up, and I for myself had done that this week, and looking at my own game and making sure that I better myself and help out the boys around me, make sure that we'll good on our defence and make sure there's no lapses like that again.
Was it concerning at all, that sort of unwelcome stat of 6 tries in 2 games conceded?
I don't think there's a concern. I think it's a learning point and it's an improvement for our squad. You know, we're always looking to improve, and that's one of the factors that we have in our game, is looking to improve our defence. And
Bundee, you've been very unlucky with injuries, obviously, with the guys beside you. Gary Ringrose now beside you this week. What's been working with him been like the last week or so?
I think it's Gary slotted in fairly easy. He's been here before. He knows what it takes to play an international game, and look, I'm just here to feed off him. He's slotted in really well this week. He's trained really well, and he looks in good shape. So yeah.
Has it been disappointing for you though to have a different partner every week?
Not disappointing at all. I think it's cool to mix and match with the boys around you, and like you're always learning with the boys around you. And Gary brings in a different aspect to his game, and I'm always looking to learn off him.
But do you have more responsibility because you're that consistent player in the centre, whereas you've had 3 different partners?
No, I don't think I don't take it. I know I need to take my own responsibility on how I need to play, but I think Gary, look, like I said, he's been here before. He's got more experience than I have, and I'm just feeding off whatever he has and the way he plays, and the likes around with Johnny. I don't think they put all the pressure on ourselves. There's a widespread of players around us that know how to do their own job. So I just did focus on myself and making sure that I do the right thing.
Do you have to change your own game at all? Because Chris and Gary are obviously completely different players, so they'll bring different things. Do you have to change your game?
No, nothing at all. I just got to make sure I be comfortable, play the way I want to play, and look to play well with Ringer.
You must be pretty happy though. Your first Six Nations, you've started every game. Obviously we've won every game to date so far as well. It's been the ideal start for you in this championship.
I think I'm pretty lucky, to be fairly honest. With the injuries that we have in our squad, I'm just pretty lucky to be out there to play with amongst the boys, and to play this every single game so far is a blessing. And guys around me are helping me out, and obviously the physios and treatment that we get after the field, and the guys who've had their injuries, they're all very lucky and unlucky injuries. So I'm just pretty blessed to be here.
What's the feeling been like in the camp this week? Because it is a potential championship deciding week.
Oh, the feeling that we have every week. We just got to make sure we focus on ourselves, focus on what we have ahead of us, which is Scotland, and we obviously know what threat they have around the park, and we just got to focus on our stuff and making sure that we cross that line.
A lot of people were probably writing off Scotland after their defeat to Wales, but they've bounced back pretty solidly against Wales and England. How have you been analysing them?
Yeah, look, Scotland are coming right towards the Six Nations. They're coming, they've got a lot of firepower. The boys are coming into shape. The boys are playing good footy, and they're playing with a lot of expansive rugby. And like I said, it's every game, every week is another tough task ahead of us, and Scotland is one of them. We just need to focus on ourselves and make sure we play well.
I'd imagine you were very impressed by Scotland against England, though.
To go and play the number 2 in the world, I think.
2, yeah.
Yep, and to get that first win, I think that trophy, I don't think they've had it for a while, and for them to get that win, it's something exceptional, and you obviously can see the determination they have in their squad, and the belief they have in that squad. So yeah, look, it's just a tough task for us to make sure that we play to our strengths and make sure that we're playing the right way.
Maybe it was a good thing to have a break then, not to play them 6 or 7 days after they beat England, and you get Furlong and Henderson back by having the break as well. I
think it's a good thing to have it. I obviously haven't played the last Six Nations, but the lads were saying it's good to have a few breaks in between, and it obviously worked well for every single team. And to have Hendy and Furlong back is a boost to our squad. You know what they can add into the squad, and the experience they have is nonetheless.
Given you've had, I guess, the Autumn Internationals now, the Six Nations to settle into the team, are you feeling very much at home in that backline now?
I feel at home with the squad. They made me feel like I'm at home, and I think when you have the likes of, like I said, Murr, like Johnny, Dave, Rob Carney at the back, Joe as your head coach, world-class coach, as well as Andy Farrell. What can you complain about? You know, you've got world-class people around you, and you're just looking to feed off them.
What would it mean to you, obviously, everything that it's taken for you to get to this point in your career? What would it mean to you to be able to, if Ireland could be next week going for a Grand Slam in your first 6 nations?
Look, I honestly haven't looked forward ahead of us, to be fairly honest. I've only just making sure that I get my game right for this week. You know, no point looking forward when you have Scotland ahead of you, and they're a tough task. And
is there any sort of benefit in, you know, do you ever, I know obviously I understand that you can't look too far forward, but is there any benefit in terms of your preparation, keeping in mind, you know, that journey and where you've come from and what's taken to get you?
Like, I think just coming from where I come from to where I am now, I think it's just a blessing, and I'm pretty happy with where I am. It's a testament of the hard work that we've put in, the testament of the guys around you that have helped you, and you know, I'm only just relishing and taking every moment as it comes. So yeah, that's all I'm doing right now.
Yeah. I know obviously you said obviously your dad sometimes your harshest critic and things like that. I mean, you speak to family this week before the match?
I always speak to family.
What were they?
Look, they've always just making sure that I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling happy, making sure that my head's in the game, and you know, don't get too ahead of yourself, and making sure I take every step of the way, make sure it's right. And yeah.
You've played against Gregor Townsend teams before. I mean, with the way Scotland are playing at the moment, do you kind of see those kind of Glasgow-like performances in how Scotland are playing?
I think Gregor Townsend's a class coach as well. Look, you know, as you can see how Scotland are playing, they're playing very expensive rugby, and I think that's what Glasgow did when they won the Pro 12 a couple of years back, and as you can see, their Pro 14 team this year, they're playing with a lot of expensive rugby, and look, I think they're doing a great job to their country and a great job for their team, and we're just here making sure that, you know, we get the good result on the weekend.
Thanks, Bundee.
Okay, thank you, Bundee. Cheers, thank you.